I'm back. Dan Williams, Thrive Outdoors. Took a respite for a few days. Thank God it felt good. And today we're going to do one. I probably should do this every year about this time. We're going to do it about that great big ball of fire up there and how to be cautious about it. I mean, my gosh. How many songs have been written about it? You Are My Sunshine, John Denver, Sunshine on My Shoulders, George Harrison, Here Comes the Sun, Zach Bryan, Something in the Orange. It helps us, it gets us uplifted, gets us pumped up. It also can burn the hell out of us. So we're going to target sunburns, the different grades of those, and we're also going to talk about a interesting allergic reaction to the sun, and should you really be worried about it? Because I just had a case last week come in. But this is also the giveaway, and we have one of the better giveaways that we've done. So here we go. Okay, so typical sunburn. Everyone on this platform, I'm going to assume, hikes, camps, in the outdoors, skis, whatever it might be. So this is a really important video because it's not really targeted that much. The first thing is just your mild sunburn, all right? And it's going to be like this guy's picture right here. This is mild to moderate. This guy 20 years ago had a really low threshold of pain, and ibuprofen, aloe vera gel, moisturizing lotion, unscented, and these individuals do fine. It really depends on your pain tolerance. But when you see a scale like this, where it has grade 1 through 2, the severity of the sun, oh, today it's a grade 7, it's high risk. When you see that, don't pay attention to that, or pay moderate attention to it. And the reason why that is, there's a lot of variables that are going to affect you in the outdoors with sun exposure. Altitude, for example, your age, that is a big factor. The complexion of your skin. Are you a ginger? Are you blonde? Do you burn quickly? Do you have a history of skin cancer in your family? All of these are crucial issues when it comes to sun. So a sun risk of like a 3 or 4 on this scale is like no big deal to some brunette. But if you're blonde, fair skin with a history of skin cancer and you're 70 years old, that's a 10, man. That is a 10. In my bag, I always carry some SPF. Usually SPF 30 is good. There's a little bit of a family history. This is broad spectrum SPF 55 Neutrogena, good stuff. That you don't have to get this one, but 30 and above is really helpful. Don't forget to reapply it, especially on the little kiddos. That's really important. Now, this next pic, you're going to see the individual blistering. You see that big blister on his back? So on that one, this comes into play. Don't take the blisters off. It depends. Again, that can be a bunch of crap, and it can be very legitimate. If you're going to get back the same day in the evening, don't take the blister off. If you're 5 days out, 4 days out, 2 days out, you got to wear a shirt, you're going to lean up against a tree, the blister is going to pop. So that's when that adaptic and Xeriform bandages come in handy, where you're going to go ahead and you can just hit the base of the blister, expel it out, or you can unroof it and take the skin off and plaster that with a little Xeriform or adaptic, bandage it, you're good to go. And remember, in 2 or 3 days, you're going to want to leave that open air at night, cover it during the day. In severe burns, like this next picture here, what you're going to see is this gentleman was in his early 70s, and he used SPF 50, did really, really well. But what happened was he didn't put it on his feet. This is probably one of my top 10 worst sunburns. So I had to take all the blisters off. We had to Silvadene this up. And if you don't have Silvadene, then bacitracin is really good to apply over the top of those areas and then cover them. Really important. And it's high risk of infection. If someone's a diabetic, they're going to be a higher risk for infection. So you want to go in, get checked out if they are that severe. That's really important. Prednisone for my healthcare providers on moderate to severe sunburns works fantastic to cut the pain, helps with inflammation, and cool showers. All right, What is this? This kid, the family didn't know what it was. It looks freaky, it looks funky, but it has a distinct appearance. The skin is mottled. And if you look on his arms, you'll see that that is a classic case of what a lot of people call a sun allergy or polymorphic light eruption, where the sun hits the skin and you have this kind of allergic response. It can itch. You could do nothing with this. Some people feel antihistamines help, but they definitely help with some of the itching. And I have never seen this peel, and this does really, really well, but it looks funky and people get a little nervous with it. Not a problem at all. So that is a really good example of what that is. All right, guys, are you ready? We are going to jump in and do the giveaway. All right, so one winner is going to get this med bag here, obviously minimally used, and you're going to get tons of gear. And if you don't know what the zero form gauze are versus Adaptic, which is that, check my shorts out where I explain when to use these and the differences. We have a stapler, gauze pads, SAM splint, hemostat, stainless steel scissors, zero form, paracord. Now these are Castile soap towelettes. They're expired. They're a towelette, guys. It's a soap to wash your hands, not a big deal. So got those free. Mylar blanket, more gauze pads, and the best thing in the whole bag is the Survive Outdoors Wilderness Medicine sticker. All right, we're going to be giving that puppy away in a minute. All right, guys, we had 9 entries into the hat for this medical kit that's filled with goodies. So my wife is going to draw the name out. And here we go. She picks. It is the winner of the medical pack goes to Snowgoer. You got it. Wanted to briefly bring up a recent article I read, and I don't know if it's accurate. I have to dive into it. In the last 2 weeks, 2 men have died from what appears to be CWD. Not CJD, which is Crutchfield-Jacobs disease, but CWD. And if that's true, this is massive because this is affecting all of our fellow deer hunters out there who also, those individuals that like to eat venison. I'm going to do a deep dive on this, but one of the problems with CJD and CWD is the incubation period is decades. This is why hunters and outdoorsmen have a laid-back attitude with it. The reason why, well, I'm not sick. I've been eating meat for 10 years. I'm fine. That's the problem. It's like having a back injury and putting a back support on and you feel fantastic and you go out picking up logs and you injure your back. It gives you a false sense of security. So I got to dive into this research study and find out if it's accurate. I got to look at it and was it well done and what kind of data do we have? But that's going to be coming up, I promise you. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Hey, if you think of any other songs that has sun in them that you like, throw them down below. Keep your eyes on the horizon, your face to the wind, your eyes out of the sunshine. Take care.